So, do you feel like there's something weird going on with the energy right now and you're not really sure what's going on? And it feels like everything around you is kind of like amplifying and like intensity, or maybe you're getting triggered with old emotions, old wounds, whatever it might be happening for you. I have some insight for you that I'm going to share with you. So, stay tuned, and I probably will do some channeling during this episode as well about the collective energy of what is happening on the earth right now. Welcome to the Soul Alignment Mentor Podcast. I'm your host, Angie, and I'm inviting you to explore the depths of self-sabotage, limiting mindsets, and the beliefs that hinder our progress in life. Through intuitive messages I receive from my spirit team, I share profound insights to help you live authentically and break free from these limitations. Join me now as we uncover all the keys to living your best life. Welcome back. My name's Angie, and I'm your Soul Alignment Mentor, bringing you intuitive messages from Spirit to help you align with your most authentic and highest self. So if you're anything like me or many of my clients or many people that are reaching out to me right now, you're feeling a little triggered. You're feeling a weird energy in the air. You might feel a little ungrounded. You might feel like there's just something off. And I want to give you some insight from the perspective of the higher self and our spirit teams. What is actually happening right now in the energy to prepare us for what is coming? And I do sense and feel that I will probably be channeling a lot of these messages for you today. And so if you have not seen me channel before, I am a trans channel. And so I will kind of step back and allow my spirit team to speak about what is happening in the collective energy right now. Do you see the spirit? There's one right there. There's several spirits floating behind me right now. So that means they are ready to speak. And so we're going to go ahead and let them step in. I'm going to step out and we will see what is going on. Divine ones, we want to come to you and allow you to understand the collective understanding of the energy in which you might be sensing and feeling around you at this time. We want you to come into the perspective of which we see things shifting and happening in the energy field within the collective of the earth, with all beings and all things working together in all parts of the universe. We are anticipating many shifts and changes within the Earth's element, which will be impacting many things within the entire universe. And so in many ways, we are here to present to you an idea and a supportive understanding of how to shift into this new frequency that is coming upon the earth. Many of you might be feeling old wounds or triggers popping up in your life, and we want to acknowledge that these are uneasy to manage at times, and they do not feel good to your human body and human self. But we want you to understand that the triggers are actually what allow you to be able to see what is yet connected in your energy that is not attached to your true and most authentic highest self. The true, most authentic part of you is what will be shifting into the new consciousness of the earth as we transition into what you would call new earth energy. As many of you have been transitioning into more of a frequency that is outside of the realm of what the human comprehension might be, of what you may call 3D, within the frequency of the lower dimension that the earth holds within its trauma, you are releasing the trauma not only of yourself and ancestors, but the collective energy as well. And so the wounds that are coming up in you are not just the wounds that you might be dealing with, but they're wounds of the collective energy together. And so by you working on healing your individual wounds, you are helping to amplify and heal the individual wounds of all things. And you are giving the ability and the element of clearing energy through your own healing process to amplify the energy and bring a less dense frequency upon the earth. Each time a human releases this dark energy from their energetic field, they rise in their vibration and they must acclimate into the new vibration. And therefore, the body may take time to adjust into the new frequencies. But understand that the new frequencies are simply becoming more and more connected to your true, most authentic, and highest self, what you might call your oversoul. Many of you have no idea that there are many spirits, teams, guides, and even your own self watching in anticipation at the changes that are happening with the collective energy of the earth at this time. We understand it can be very triggering and hard to understand from a human ego perspective. And that is why we want to encourage you to rise above the ego's understanding and move back into the spiritual understanding, into the higher dimensional frequency where you can look down upon the earth and see it from a different perspective. If you are able to do this, you will be able to release some of the fear that you have brought into your body. And we understand that the fear has played a part in the ascension, and the fear is what has helped things to grow and amplify and bring us to the point of being able to heal the earth. Fear played the role that it was meant to play in your life, and it is not the enemy that you must be fighting. It is the element in which you must be working with to allow yourself to let go of it, understanding that it was created not to hinder and control you and to make you feel a certain way. It was here to help amplify your energy and provide an ability for you to feel something outside of your own self. Because you have been able to experience fear, you are now able to experience peace. Because you have been able to experience fear, you are able to experience love. Because you are able to experience fear, you are able to experience true ability of connecting with yourself. Without these experiences within the energy of fear or within the energy of confusion or the energy of disconnect, you would not be in a place where you could reconnect. And so we want you to understand that the only way that a human truly is able to uh, ascend into a new frequency is through the energy of love. Instead of sending out frequencies of anger and hate and frustration into the world around you, come back into the energy of love and send that back out into the world. That is what is going to amplify and heal the world. It will not be it will not be through the energy of disconnection. It will not be through the energy of judgment. It will not be through the energy of comparison and control. It will be through the energy of love, acceptance, and being able to see all as one energy. We want you to understand that you are always supported and we are always here, but it is hard for us to be able to get to you when you are in low density. We are able to reach you, but you must become able to reach with us. And that is by raising your vibration and releasing some of these lower energies that you hold within your comprehension and body. Right now, we are working with you all to see what these might be so you can begin to release them and ascend into a new frequency. In many ways, this is the last round you might have to go through within certain triggers, and we want to encourage you to go deep into them, to understand that the trigger, the emotion, the feeling that comes up in your body is to give you an idea of what needs to be healed. It is not trying to hurt you or trying to harm you or trying to hold you back. It is trying to reveal to you your truth. And so work with it, send love and light to it, and allow it to provide to you the ascension process, the way that you can begin to move into a new frequency. We also want to encourage you to release the idea that there is anything that you physically have to do outside of you, and that the more that you come into the understanding of who you are and the frequency of your true authentic self, that everything around you will begin to amplify and change as well. What energy you have within will impact the energy without. And we want to encourage you to understand how powerful and how capable you are to create a new world. And that is what is happening. We also understand that there might be some fear around what might be happening with the actual earth and the crust of the earth, the source of the earth's energy. And we want to encourage you and let you know that this is not the first time the earth has shifted in a frequency, and it will not be the last time as well. This energy is something that cycles many, many, many years and many, many, many times because the universe is constantly creating more of itself. And each time the earth shifts into a new frequency is allowing the universe to create more of itself, is allowing the energy of source to become more and more, and for us to experience more and more of that source that we are. And so, even though it may seem and appear in your understanding as humans that things around you are becoming destructive or um, scary or fearful for you in that aspect, we understand that it might look very fearful from a human perspective, but we want to encourage you to understand that this is a natural shift that Earth is going through. It is a natural way for the shifting of the earth to release the karmic cycles and the trauma that has come upon it. It has worked alongside humans, and it has taken on the trauma along with the humans. And the humans and the earth are working together to release all the karmic energies that have been cycling within this time period of the earth. And we will be working with the earth and ascending into this new frequency. Many of you wonder what New Earth is and what might be coming, and we want to encourage you to understand that this, again, is not a new thing according to source energy. This is not a new thing according to the energetics of the universe. Many, many, many planets have been developed this way, and we want you to understand that this is just another process of birthing more and more of source energy. Each thing within the universe is connected to source, and you will begin to understand that more and more as you ascended to a higher frequency and understanding. And so allow yourself to stay grounded in a safe place within your energy, and understand that this process is taking place for the expansion of all things. I also want to encourage you that you are all eternal. We want to remind you that you have a frequency about you that is directly replicate of source energy God. And when you understand that you are a direct replica of the source energy God, we are able to help you work with us, and we can work with you in understanding that we are all one energy and there's nothing to fear. There is no darkness that can hinder you from being your true self other than the darkness that you allow to come upon you in your mind. And so we encourage you to release the fear that might come up based on the understanding of the shifts that are happening around you. We also want you to understand that there are many shifts happening with the collective energy as well, as far as who you are around and what you are spending your time with. Do not be surprised if there are shifts within relationships as frequencies change within each human. Try to let go of what does not belong in your frequency to move forward. You are not losing things, you are simply releasing things. And it is not that these things or people or situations are actually leaving your life. They are just shifting into a different energy as you are shifting. And these are something that you will have for eternity. But in the human understanding, you believe them to be temporary. Do not look at things as temporary, look at things as eternal. And this will release the fear and the need to hold on to things that are no longer serving you, whether that is a person or a thing. Understand that everything serves its purpose in its right time, and that you will be fine as you move forward into the next season that you are here to live on the earth. Things will begin to shift very quickly within the next 3 to 6 months. You will begin to see a lot of things happening with the earth's crust. You will begin to see a lot of things happening in the collective energy. You will begin to see many leaders and people within the earth shifting in a different consciousness, some of them falling, some of them rising. And we will begin to work with many of the leaders that have been unseen, and they will begin to be able to step into the place to help guide the collective into a higher frequency. And so we understand that many of the humans have looked at these earthly beings as leader, but we want you to know the shifting is happening where the spiritual aspects of the human is becoming the leader. And we know that it can feel very daunting to see these shifts happening on the earth, but we also understand that this is all happening for a collective shift in energy and for all things to work out for the highest good for every single person and human that is on earth at this time, even the ones that do not remain on the earth. This is a positive thing for them. Be ready for the shifts, and we encourage you to stay grounded, remain in love. You are protected. We are with you, and we love you. Remember to call upon us if you need assistance and support. We are always here, but we are always waiting to be asked. So remember, you can call upon us at any moment and any time, and we will assist you. We love you. We love you. We love you. Whew. All right. So I hope that was helpful for you. And whatever was said was encouraging as you are going through whatever you're going through right now. And understand that when we stay in the energy of love, everything always does work out for our highest good. It might be hard to do that sometimes, but love really is the only way. I wish you all the best day, night, evening, whatever time it is for you. I send you all the universal love. Namaste.